What is a parrotlet's behavior like? Hey guys, I'm here with my hat. I mean my parrotlet. And she's here with two of my cockatoos. And today we're going to talk to you about her behavior. I have over 20 species of parrots. I love parrots. Some of my pet parrots also do a little bit of breeding so that we have sometimes parrotlet babies. Frenchie actually hatched here. Today we're going to talk to you about her. Parrotlets are really interesting for being 3 to 5 inches. The smallest in the citizen, that means parrot species, that is in captivity because the pygmy, which is the smallest parrot, they don't survive in captivity. I believe experts have tried. I mean, I've talked to an expert about it, and so this is the smallest parrot in captivity. And at 30 to 35, 40 grams, that's pretty small. That's just over an ounce. Now, what is phenomenal about these little tykes is that, hi Frenchie, hello. In addition to the fact that they've been bred into beautiful colors like Frenchie, I call her my bluebird of happiness. And if you look at her, I don't know if she's going to show you. She has a few little white spots, which are really cute too. Hi, sweetie, you coming up? Hello. Hello, Frenchie. What's phenomenal is that for a bird this small, I think I would say that her personality is about as pronounced as these two big pink girls. I'm not kidding. There is a reason that a lot of people will say that parrotlets are like an Amazon but in a little tiny body. They've just got a very strong personality. Now, that strong personality has pros and cons. On the one hand, they really do bond, you could see. They really do just have preferences and have that personality. On the other hand, unfortunately, they are, for a little bird, somewhat territorial, and they can be aggressive. There are myths out there that you can't have more than one parrotlet in a cage, which is, I think, a really funny myth, because I don't know how the species would ever reproduce and survive if they could never be together. And I have parrotlets in an aviary that there's definitely more than 2 of them. Frenchie lives with about 8 other parrotlets in addition to her BFF. So there's 10 of them altogether. And I don't have any problems. However, with parrotlets, you always have to keep your eye out. I mean, you do with any parrot, just to make sure that there continue to be no problems, because again, she does have a lot of personality. Frenchie chose me. She is a little parrot that just always comes to me, always wants to be with me, always wants to hang out with me, and I love that, and I adore her. She's a great flyer. Being so small, it's kind of amazing, the way they just they're like hummingbirds, bzz, bzz, bzz. And actually, like hummingbirds, not as much and not as long, but they can hover, and it's kind of amazing. Like, I've seen them kind of like hover and fly back just a little. Amazing. So one of the reasons that they're so popular is because this is a parrot that you can give a really big cage to very easily if you have a lot of space, or it's a parrot that doesn't need a lot of cage if you're giving them time out, even in a small space like an apartment or something like that, which makes them so easy and so flexible. Being so small, it also means that she's pretty easy to clean up after. My pink girls, actually, they're not too bad. They're not too messy. And, some birds are messy. And so, I can't really compare them too much because they certainly make a bigger mess than Frenchie. But my point is, with a parrot this size, it's really easy to give them a little bit of extra fresh vegetables every day. It's really easy to clean up after them. It's really easy to clean their cage and clean out the bottom because there's just not a lot to clean. And it's not, if the cage was the size of this area, boy, you wouldn't be able to clean every day because you wouldn't even be able to find what was dirty. So that makes her really, really easy to take care of. Of course, I always recommend 2 of a species, generally speaking, with almost any species, and certainly with parrotlets. Parrotlets can be trained. I train my parrotlets to do things like step up, that kind of thing. The males are known for being able to say a few words if you're real constant and persistent with them. And one of my favorite things is, in addition to being able to train and that kind of thing, Parrotlets are such a great size. They're really easy to travel with. And so when we've traveled by car and gone somewhere to a B&B or something like that, they're so easy and fun to take on our trips with us. What a great, fantastic pet, right? Now, they can be, like I said, a little difficult, a little Napoleonic, if you will. There is that little body conqueror kind of mentality there, and that's something to be aware of. But if you are persistent, and if you are patient, and if you get a baby that's hand-fed, then it's usually pretty easy to bond. If your Parrotlet wasn't hand-fed, or was hand-fed but then wasn't handled for a while before they came to you, that can be a little more challenging. But give them time and patience, and you will find that Parrotlets can be one of your best little friends, and their colors are amazing. Okay, I can't say enough about them. I do love my little Parrotlets. Thanks for joining me in this blissful video. Please be sure to give Frenchie and I one of these, or my pink girls back there. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below. It helps my juice. And if you want to get one of my books or one of my very cool t-shirts, then check out the links below. See you next time.